Hello, it's John Bachman from Bachman's Auto Care, and I have a couple questions for you. This morning, did you jump out of bed, ready to go to work, and you couldn't wait to get to the shop? Or did you want to stay in bed after tossing and turning all night, and going to the shop was about the last thing you wanted to do? When you look out in your shop, do you see lots of cars coming and going, happy employees doing a great job, and customers smiling as they drive away? Or are you hiding out in your office or under the hood because you can't stand the sight of an empty shop and hearing techs gripe about not having anything to do, and it just makes you sick to your stomach? When you go home tonight, will you feel good about your day, about the good work your crew did, about your customers your shop made happy, about the money you made and that makes you happy? Or when you turn off the lights and set the alarm, will you say to yourself, "Get me the hell out of here"? Maybe stop for a six-pack on the way home like you find yourself doing more and more lately? In this video, I'm going to tell you how my auto repair shop went from the brink of bankruptcy to six-figure success, and how yours can too. I didn't do it with an expensive consultant. I didn't install some complicated management system. I didn't go into hawk, leasing a bunch of equipment. I didn't gut the shop and remodel. I didn't move my shop to a high-profile, high-traffic location. I didn't clean house and bring in new crew. And I didn't spend a fortune on advertising, direct mail campaigns, or snazzy websites. Heck, sometimes I barely had enough money to keep the lights on. I started with practically nothing in the bank and no real management or marketing experience. Sure, sometimes it was a hit and miss. I made plenty of mistakes along the way. Sometimes I got laughed at, made fun of, and heard things like, "Oh, that'll never work." Sometimes I wondered if it would even work, if it was worth it, if I could pull it off, if I was even going to be able to keep my doors open. No, it wasn't really easy to turn things around in my shop, but I did it. We really did go from the brink of bankruptcy to six-figure success, and you and your shop can get there too. Trust me, running a shop like this is a lot more fun. You'll see for yourself. When you watch a lot of cars coming and going, when the parking lot is full, when the techs are making good money for themselves and the shop, and when the phone keeps ringing with customers calling to schedule appointments, when you're not bringing home your shop's troubles and then taking it out on your wife and kids, or your family actually likes having you around. My wife even says I'm not a complete ass when I get home now. When you have the time and the money to take a nice relaxing vacations, when you got some extra in the bank for some toys or some things you want to do around the house, maybe even that new house, that's when owning an auto repair shop is fun. And a big part of getting my shop where it is today is what you'll find, what you're going to get with the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System. Now before you think, "Oh, here comes another consultant's ultimate system. I've heard this pitch before, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada." Let me stop and tell you, no, you haven't heard or seen anything like this before. This isn't a bunch of outdated, ineffective, complicated, or expensive marketing strategies. I'm certainly not an advertising consultant selling some one-size-fits-all program for chiropractors, hardware stores, and automotive shops. I'm not an internet marketing scammer selling magic snake oil cure-alls that promise to make you millions overnight. I'm just a husband, a father of two great kids, and a shop owner just like you. Check out my shop online. It's Bachman's Auto Care in Sycamore, Illinois. Yes, that's right. I still own, manage, and work out of my own shop. Now that's different. What I've developed in the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System has made a difference not only in my business, but to my life away from the shop as well. In the system, I've included some terrific auto shop marketing materials like the tune-up special that brought in an extra $23,475, the winter promotion that added $39,132 to our bottom line, and the AC special that brought in 179 new customers and $44,541. There are dozens of more just like those that are just as effective at bringing in customers, their cars, and their wallets. They worked in my business, they'll work in yours. I started out as a kid working at my dad's auto shop after school. You know, sweeping floors, pumping gas, fixing flats. My dad had a great neighborhood shop. About the time I was old enough to drive, I got the car bug. I decided I was going to be the best auto repair technician in Illinois. And I got pretty good until I got my fingers caught somewhere where they shouldn't have been, between a belt and a pulley, while the motor was running. Losing my fingertips meant I probably wasn't going to be the best tech in the state. So I decided to try and be the best auto shop owner and manager, and I started to learn everything I could about the shop from my dad. In those days, just like working on cars, Running a shop was a lot easier and not as complicated. You could put out an oil change coupon in a newspaper, maybe some radio commercials for tire sale, and we'd get new customers. It was just that easy. Well, things have changed. Cars got harder to work on, the competition got stiffer, and the things we were doing to bring in customers wasn't working like it used to. We tried bigger ads, more commercials, a larger display ad in the yellow pages. We were spending more and more, but the results we were getting was less and less, while the shop got slower and slower. Eventually it occurred to me that the only advertising advice I was getting was coming from the experts that were selling it. Selling the spot, selling the space, the calendar, the pens, and the rest. And of course, whatever they were selling was the best way to go. And if it wasn't working, I just need to spend more money with them. And what they don't tell you is that my auto repair shop was getting the same expert advice as what the hardware store and the nursery and the coffee shop and everyone else in town. It wasn't working too well. How is it working for you? Let me ask you a couple questions. Is your shop running the way you'd like it to? Is your lot full of good jobs? Are your techs making good money and looking forward to coming in to work every day? Are you going home at night with a big smile on your face and an even bigger bank account? Look, I'm sure you're doing the best you can. I know I was. I was put in long hours, cut the overhead down to bare bones, and tried every trick in the book to get business into my shop. But it wasn't working. Like it's probably not working for you. It's not your fault, really. Things in the auto repair industry have changed, and what worked for us last year might not work with a dam this year. As frustrating and unfair as that is, it's the simple, ugly truth of how things are now, today, in the real world. It's not your fault. Listen, I'm a shop owner like you, and believe me, I've lived through it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been there, I've done that. And you and I both know how ugly it can get when business is slow, or worse, it's stopped. I know what it feels like not to sleep at night, because you have no idea how you're going to make the payroll the next day. I practically begged bankers for the money to keep the doors open. I got turned down by most of them. I watched my best tech, a guy that worked for me for years, load up his tools, and he became my competition because he thought he could run a shop better than me. And that was while the parts delivery kid stood there in my parking lot waiting for cash before he would drop off the alternator and some belts for the only car I had in the shop that day. Yeah, I know how ugly it can be when your shop isn't doing any business. And you know what? Thankfully, I turned it around and I know how good it can be. And that's what you'll find out too with the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System. Listen, you might be a master technician and have a shop full of the best techs and a wall full of certificates. Your work might be good, your price is competitive, and you might be in a prime location. None of that matters if you don't have their cars and their trucks in your shop. And to do that, you've got to get good, really, really good at marketing. And that's what I'm going to help you with today. So what is the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System? Let me tell you how it came to be. I quit listening to the salesman and decided to become a real student and learn everything I could about marketing for my business. I enrolled in classes, I listened to experts, and I picked the brains of some of the biggest shop owners in the country. I attended seminars, I bought expensive courses, heard lectures, read everything I could get my hands on related to marketing and managing a small business. When I spotted a tip or technique that it looked promising, I adapted it to my shop and I gave it a go. Not everything I tried was a hit. In fact, some fell flat on their face and they went nowhere. But a lot did work. Enough of it worked to keep the doors open and pay the bills. And it was encouraging me to keep experimenting with even more marketing ideas for the shop. I'm a meticulous record keeper and a note taker, so I carefully tracked and documented everything we tried. What we did, when we did it, how we did it, and the results we got from it. I tested it, I tweaked it, I tried it again, I tweaked it again, and tested again. I dumped what didn't work, and I fine-tuned the effective pieces into real winners, grand slams. After years of research, hands-on, real-world usage in my own shop, I created the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System. I'm telling you, this stuff works. Every piece, every tip and trick and technique, everything you get has been proven to be best of the best. It gets results, it brings in business, and you will have plenty of cars to work on. When was the last time you did a Thanksgiving mailer that added more than $44,442 to your sales? Or a coupon mailer that resulted in 1,541 additional invoices? or emails to customers that brought in $159,147 in business. Would an extra $159,000 in your shop's bank account make a difference in your life? Here's one trick you might not know about that I picked up. This one trick alone shortcut me past months of failed advertising campaigns and straight to success. Let me share it with you. Every day, the successful experts and expensive marketing geniuses use what they call swipe files. A swipe file is a special collection of ads, direct mail letters, commercials, emails, and more. They have proven to be successful. Maybe they've used it for a client, maybe they saw it someplace else and they liked it. When something goes into their swipe files, it's a moneymaker. It's the best of the best. When those pieces get used, they're great results. So these marketers borrow or swipe from the swipe files and they adapt it to whatever they need to work with at the time. For instance, a letter for a dentist in San Francisco brought in tons of patients. It will work for the dentist in Miami. Adapt that letter just a little bit and it'll bring in new patients for the chiropractor in New Jersey. That's a swipe file. Taking effective, proven ads, campaigns, and techniques from one business, adapting them a little, and then use them in your own business. After all, why reinvent the wheel? It works pretty good, don't you think? And that's what you'll get with the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System. It's your shop's swipe file. It's my personal collection of the most effective, most productive, most affordable marketing material for auto repair shops anywhere. This is 12 months of proven material. It's the exact same pieces that I use now to bring in new customers and keep existing customers coming back again and again. And no, it's not a bunch of discounted work or loss leader promotions where you have to lose your shirt. My average job is higher than it's ever been, and yours will be too. The Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System is easy to use, quick, and effective. It's your swipe file, remember? Just fill in the blanks about your shop and it's ready to go. And it's just that quick. How good is this stuff? How much money will you make from it? I don't know how much exactly you'll make, but I know what I've made. My shop increased its sales almost 70% in 2 years using the very same ads and promotions included in the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System. The same files you'll be getting, like the postcard that we sent out that brought in an extra $21,683 in business. The Facebook and postcard promotion that brought in $24,571 in added revenue. And the email that turned 592 additional invoices and $159,147 in extra sales. The swipe files you'll be getting in the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System just flat out work. And I'll guarantee that they'll work for your shop too. The Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System includes everything you need to start marketing your shop tomorrow. You won't need copywriters, graphic artists, or expensive internet geeks. This stuff is ready to go to work for your shop right now. You'll be attracting new customers, retaining existing ones, getting lost customers back into your shop, and getting them all to spend more. That's what the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System can do for your shop, just like it's done for mine. Birthday promotions, Christmas, and holiday ideas. Special events, sales, newspaper ads, direct mail pieces, complete website marketing campaigns. Everything you need to start bringing in customers into your shop right here, right now. This isn't theory. This isn't a vague bunch of lofty ideas. I'm not selling you advertising, and I'm not taking orders for imprinted pins and calendars. I'm a shop owner that literally came from the brink of bankruptcy to six-figure success with exactly what you'll be getting in the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System. You'll get the IRS mailer that I sent out at tax time that brought in $27,375 in sales. The Thanksgiving promotion that resulted in 29 invoices that averaged $710.40 each. And the coupon mailer that brought in a staggering 1,541 jobs and additional sales of $158,736. And I'm just scratching the surface here. The Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System is full of promotions, ads, marketing techniques that'll keep your shop cranking year-round, like mine does. Like I said, my sales went up 70% in 2 years. This works for me, it'll work for you. I guarantee it. In fact, I'll give you 2 guarantees with the Ultimate Repair Shop Marketing System. First, an unconditional 30-day full money back guarantee. When you get the Ultimate Auto Repair Shop Marketing System and you find that you don't like it, don't want it, don't use it for any reason at all, send it back within 30 days in its original condition and you'll get a full refund. No arguments, no excuses, no BS. It's just all of your money back right away. And the second way I'm going to guarantee the ultimate repair shop marketing system. How about a 1 year, 365 days? Really?